Hi, my name is Anna and I've been producing music and sound effects for video games for 10 years. At the moment, I'm working on the turn-based strategy Spire of Sorcery. It's in early access now, and I will leave the link to Steam in the description. I've already made plenty of tracks for this game, and in this video I want to show you my workflow. This is not a production tutorial or an instruction to follow. I just want to show you the order of my own actions and share some thoughts. Honestly, my workflow is even a bit chaotic and my approach may not work for everyone. But I want to share this info anyway because at least someone may find it useful. The first thing I'm thinking about before I start making music for a game is what style it should be. The design of the game I'm working on right now feels like fantasy with magic and mystery involved. So the music should strongly support that feeling. Let's check out the track that I've previously done for this game and what instruments I have used. The track starts with just a couple of instruments, and the new ones appear slowly as the composition develops. There are some plucked strings, atmospheric and windy pads, the distorted guitar. All of that, from my point of view, creates that cinematic atmosphere of fantasy, magic and adventure. In most cases, different music tracks for one game should all be in similar style. Moreover, music tracks often replace each other throughout the gameplay, and I should make sure that they match very well with each other. One of the tricks that is often used by game dev composers is making different tracks in the same key or those keys that sound good together. This also applies to sound effects that are sounding on top of music. Another trick is using the same basic instruments for all the music themes in the game, and that's what I usually do. Okay, I think by this point it's already clear how it sounds. So I took most of the instruments from the previous track for my new project. Let's listen to them separately. Here's the atmospheric part. Another part that sounds more metallic. The pluck instrument. The distorted guitar. I like this one a lot. Another part with some movement going on. And off-world strings, one of my favorite standard Ableton's presets. Now let's take a look at the requirements for the new track given by game designer. Calm, vast, empty, grandiose, not adventurous or cheerful. It's an open space where one can breathe again, and yet it's bigger than you and the road is long ahead. Should feel like someone passed a threshold, finished something important, and is now in a new, vast place, a new chapter of the journey. Having all that in mind, I imagine the mood that the track should have and recording the first sounds. Then I listen to it again and again and think about which parts are the best match for the mood I need to create in the game. All the rest that I'm not really sure about, I usually just delete and forget. So I've created the basic atmosphere, and now I'm about to add another instrument, the pluck strings, and create a melody. I know that probably it would be easier to start with it, but I wanted to find the emotional feel first, and for this goal, atmospheric pads work better for me. Again, I listen to that piece of improvisation and then edit, replace, and delete many parts. I'm trying not to quantize notes a lot, as I want to leave the feeling like it was all played naturally by a human. This way, the track will not be too annoying if it's played many times during the gameplay. Adding the next instrument now, another pad. Again, after recording the improvisation, I'm moving notes here and there, searching for best intervals. Everything I'm thinking I might use later in the arrangement, I leave on the right side. When I feel like I got a nice piece and it could sound for a longer time, I'm using the duplicate time option in Live. Now I'm about to play with the guitar sounds. The recording wasn't enabled, but if I want to add here what I've just played, I press the capture button on my Push 3 MIDI controller. In Ableton Live, it's this button. Honestly, while I'm working on a track for a game, I often have a lot of doubts about certain notes, instruments, and their arrangement. I'm not very good at music theory, but I have a good imagination, understanding of other people's emotions, and I feel the atmosphere very well. So I'm moving back and forth, deleting and replacing stuff, trying different combinations until I get the right feeling. I didn't use drums here on purpose, because one of the requirements for this track from the developer was the empty feeling, and that's exactly what I feel when the track has no drum section. However, if the client says that they want some light drums here, I will add it in the next version. It's not very often that the track gets approved from the very first edition. Usually there are some comments on it, and you may need to make some changes in the arrangement, replace some instruments, or sometimes even start over again from scratch. One particular thing that is specific to music in games, the track is often played on loop for an unlimited amount of time. Therefore, it is important that the beginning and the ending of the track will fit well with each other. Now let's sum up the topic. What's special about the music track that's made for a game? First, it fits the style and dynamics of the game, matches the graphics well. Second, it supports the atmosphere of the game, gives a particular feeling to a player. Third, it may be played many times by one player, so it shouldn't be annoying. It may be played several times on loop, so the beginning and ending of the track fit well with each other. It sounds good with the gameplay sound effects on top of it. And the last thing is that the transition from one track of the game to another also sounds well. The most exciting thing about game music to me is that the user experience depends on it a lot. The game itself can be designed very well, have interesting mechanics and great storytelling. But if the music and sound design is annoying, bad quality, or doesn't really fit what's happening on the screen, the user's experience can be simply ruined. In that case, all the game development teamwork can get extremely undervalued, and often it's years of hard work. If you're a gamer, maybe you even know some good examples of games that were well done, but the music and sound was disappointing to you. Or what games made you love them because of music and sound design? Let me know in the comments. If you liked this video, please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. I appreciate that a lot. Thanks for watching and see you next week.